Inmate to Roommate, Season 2, Episode 2. Child, this show is out of control already. Let's talk about it, shall we? Oh, yes, we shall.
Everybody needs a sweet old auntie. Everybody needs
with a whoop whoop and a boop boop
auntie
boop.
that
You can make this up.
Now you know that these are some crazy motherfuckers.
everybody needs a sweet old auntie.
So why even bother?
Aunties and lives, sweet old auntie. Aunties and ways. Are you okay? Are you okay?
Didn't I tell y'all that Analisa wasn't ready? Didn't I tell y'all that her husband... Hi, everybody, and this is Auntie, and if this is your first time being here, please like, comment, and subscribe to the channel. And to all of my new subscribers, thank you all so much for hitting that subscribe button and joining this family. To all of my nieces, nephews, and my members who have been here with me for the long haul, thank you all so much for your continued support. Child, let me tell y'all this. If you are not watching this, you are missing it. I'm telling you, this show is really good. I will try with this recap to give you all the information, child, like you looked at the episode, but I'm telling you right now, it is worth a look. It is on A&E, and I noticed the A&E, it be skipping, and I'd be like, "What's she saying?" But for the most part, you get to watch it, right? And maybe it's just my network and what I'm looking at, but honey, it be skipping like a month. It be skipping something terrible. The first people that I want to talk about is Ron and Deavin. Now, we know that Ron has recently gotten out of prison. He was in there for 2 years because for selling some drugs and stuff, right? And Deavin is an advocate. He's a school teacher by day, bitch, and Superman advocate for all things getting motherfuckers out of jail, whether they need to be in there or not, at night. Child, he picked Ron up. Ron is, happy to be with him and everything like that. He wants to reunite with his 2 daughters. And, he messed the relationship up, but he really wants to be reunited with them. And he is happy that he is out, right? And so, they're riding together and everything. And they stopped to go and get some breakfast. And when they went and stopped and got some breakfast and everything, right? Ron began to find out things about David that he didn't know. It's amazing how they have been talking to each other for 2 years and they don't know, each other's past and stuff. He had no idea that David was a school teacher. The only reason why he knew him was because Ron is an advocate for, what do you call it? Helping motherfuckers get out of jail. Let's just say for prison reform, because he feels that prison reform is modern day slavery. And so the 2 of them, got together and Ron was helping him with like a case and, a couple of cases and stuff like that. And so that's how they got to know one another and all. And so, he's out and David is excited and he gets this laugh, right? And he's just goofy as hell, right? And so, Ron is like, let's go and eat. I want to get some pork, right? He wanted to get some bacon. So they stopped at a restaurant and first thing he asked the waitress was, did they sell bacon? So he got his food with, bacon on the side. And he was saying that, he was jokingly saying that they wouldn't have as many problems as they had in the prison system if they had bacon for people, right? But then you got to deal with all of those people who don't eat bacon, right? So they still would be a problem. But anyway, I digress. So, you know, they up in the jail, you know, they are at the restaurant and talking. So David tells him that there's going to be a rally for a gentleman that's in prison. And Ron was like, I just ain't ready for that. I'm not ready for it. This is not something I want to get into. Leave me the hell alone. I'm tired. I'm just getting out of prison. And Ron made the mistake of telling David that he believes that there's some people who are incarcerated that need to be incarcerated. So David is giving him the side eye. When I look at this and I observe this just from my opinion, right, and I'm just looking in, it just seems like Ron is not a person to David, but a project. And, you know, he wants to be one of those type of people, save a hoe, save a prisoner. You know what I'm saying? Feed a kid for, you know, $1 a day, 49 cents a day, bitch. He's just one of those people. He doesn't really see the person that Ron is. He just sees him totally as a project. And there are some people who are like that. So he got to his home, you know, they got to the home, and his whole home is a shrine to prison reform and, you know, black power and all, you know, just all kinds of stuff, like, right? He's got a file cabinet sitting in the room, child, with all kinds of criminal files and stuff like that. And it's like, God damn, like, this is just his whole entire life. And again, I think that he and Ron are going to have an issue because Ron is a whole man, right? He's not a half of a man. He's a whole man, and he is not going to sit there and go, you know, with to get along with him. He's going to try his best to try to, you know what I'm saying, get along with the get along. But at the end of the day, hell no. If Deavin ain't get on my last fucking nerve. Now, Daniel them flew thousands of miles with his little baby ass suitcase to come and pick up Deavin. And he wants to help him. Now, his sister has already, let me sit up. His sister has already indicated that he can't stay with her, that she's tried to help her brother year after year, year over year, and he just a fucker. They're supposed to get in his car and drive back. They're supposed to share the ride. They picked Deavin ass up from jail. Deavin starts talking about the thrill of being chased, the thrill of being locked the fuck up, the thrill of being restrained, and the thrill of using drugs. His sister indicated, bitch, his sister indicated that he couldn't stay with her because she got kids. He can't stay with her. So he gets in, he starts talking and stuff, and then all of a sudden, Deavin comes out his trick bag, bitch, and says he's going to stay for a couple of days. He has a conversation with his PO officer, and he's going to stay. Here's what grinded my axe. Didn't his sister know? Because the sister led on like she didn't really fuck with him. But now all of a sudden, he's making a decision that he's staying with a sister who says she don't mess with him. I don't understand that. Maybe I'm lost in the sauce. Maybe I'm behind them like I am right now because I done made them too damn big. But bitch, are both of them calling on us? Because why wouldn't Carissa say anything to Daniel about it when she knew Daniel flew all the way out there? Is supposed to be driving back with him, and he switches up the game on Daniel. Now, Daniel got all kinds of ailments, bitch. Congestive heart failure and some more. He huffing and puffing and barely getting around. His wife was even concerned about Daniel taking his ass out there. And Deavin's sitting there and switch up the game on Daniel. Daniel was like, let me think about it. You shouldn't have did this. He should have told that little mother that you going to come back or you ain't coming at all. So Daniel was in the car. He calls his wife, Kathy, and tells Kathy that he done changed the game up on him. But bitch, Carissa ain't said nothing. Carissa ain't said a damn thing. So in my opinion, Carissa playing games. Oh, hell yeah, she playing games. Because I would have said something to him, but I damn sure would have said something to her. Did you know that he was staying? She act like she's scared to death of him. He is a risk. Daniel is thinking he's got drugs in the jail, in the house, and he wants to get to him. But what about the sister, Daniel? Because there's some bullshit right here. There's some bullshit right here. I would have checked her too. So he calls his wife on the phone and he's having a conversation with his wife, right? And the wife was like, oh, hell no, Daniel. You flew all the way out there. This wasn't part of the plan. And he got the audacity, Deavin got the audacity to be mad at what Kathy is saying. What Kathy is saying is 100% correct. This isn't the plan. This isn't what they agreed to. And you can't change the game in the middle. You can't change the rules in the middle of the game. Daniel should have made him leave with him. But he too old to be dealing with this bullshit. This is too much for him. His wife should have never agreed to let him go out there with them. Never. Now, we got a new lady, and I ain't put her up here. Y'all, I'm so damn sorry. Oh, my God. We got a new lady. God damn it. What is her name? Oh, my God. Hold on, y'all. God dang it. I hate when I do that, and I do that seem like every week. What is her daggone name? I ain't got a picture of the bitch or nothing. I don't mean her, call her no bitch or nothing like that, but I'm just saying, let me find her ass. I ain't even got her out here yet. Hold on, y'all. Let me see if I can find her ass and at least share her on the screen. Hold on. Where her ass at? What is it, Cass? They haven't updated this yet. Yeah, hold on. Let me find these cast members. Come on. Hold on, y'all. You know what? Let me come back to y'all. Hold on. Let me find this woman. I want y'all to see her. See her. I believe her name is Cindy. Cindy, inmates to roommates. My computer's freezing. I don't want to lose y'all. See if I can find Cindy. What's her name? Cindy? Oh, hold on. God damn it. Could have sworn her name was Cindy. Show me an image of her. They won't show me an image of her. I'm sorry, y'all. They really ain't got nothing out here on her. Anyway, it's this chick. I think her damn name is Cindy. Let me take these people off. She got an amputated leg because she said during COVID, she was having some pains and stuff. She found out she was diabetic and they amputated her to the knee. She got this friend that hooked her up. She got this friend that hooked her up because she got extra rooms in her house with the inmate to roommate program. She wants the damn inmate to come up in her nasty, funky, stinky ass looking, trifling, low down, dirty, stank, nasty ass joint. That she wants this chick to come in and stay with her and take care of her and be a fucking housekeeper, a babysitter, bitch. And no, this is not what the program is. She wants the girl to be her friend, so her girlfriend comes over there. She an ex-con too. She comes over there and she's kicking the bobo with her and asking her about the thing. And she's sitting her ass over there and talk about, bitch, she can't have no men in the house. She got to live in the house and not date anybody for 6 months. This fucking woman probably already got, bitch. She probably got a couple of men. Then she sits there and say that they need to hurry up and drink the alcohol because they can't have no alcohol in the house. And then she says at 9 o'clock at night, this bitch need to be in the house. If you don't sit your funky yeast smelling ass down somewhere, I shouldn't have said that. That was so mean. I don't know if that woman yeasty, but she looked like it in my opinion. She looked like she's stinking up in there. I apologize. But honey, no. This woman, the girl was like, the woman is not coming here to be a maid service. She gonna want to live her own life. She got an extra room in her house, but her house is, oh my God. Boy, these people, they just grotesque. I'm going to have to put her up here. I'm going to find her, y'all, and I'm going to put her up here, okay? Didn't I tell y'all? Analise and Vader. Y'all know I watch True Feelings. Is that her name? Her? Let me make sure that is a name of her because I want to shout her out. I listened to her today and I agreed with her ass. I want True Feelings. Came out and did a video on these because right here. And she pointed out something that I completely missed in episode 1. Shout out to True Feelings. She said this month came out of jail. walking down the road with no bags, no box, no nothing. Y'all know when we see them come out of these places, they got something. She said, I don't know whether or not they reenacted this. And I was like, good googity goo. She said she thinks that this whole thing with Analisa and Vader is a goddamn joke. And I was like, you know what? That is something I'm putting in my back pocket, in the back pocket of my mind. And I'm going to start watching, because she was absolutely right. What prison lets somebody out to just be walking up and down other than DC jail, bitch, off of Pennsylvania Avenue, over there by Stadium Armory? She said he walking down the road with nothing. And he been in there for years. And he's disrespectful as hell. Analisa is sitting up here with her husband, who won't open his fucking mouth in defense of nothing and no one, while this mother is acting a whole ass towards his wife. He don't say nothing. Mike got these 3 white girls who are in the equation for what? Now, he says that they were supposed to have been having a menage a trois, but they got there too late. So I guess he's just out. Just so happened they all pull up at the same time. I'm like, True Feelings, I'm side-eyeing this out of this now. So they pull up. Analisa and her daughter Deja are the only ones talking. So they ask, are you riding back with us or no? He gonna ride back with them, with the girls, to their house. Oh, hell no. Hell no. I don't know them. They don't need to know where I live right now. You just getting the fuck up out of jail. We done drove all these miles to meet you, and you riding back with them instead of just telling us we didn't need to pick your black ass up. And Analisa, with all this mouth, she the one to be played with and fuck with, already letting them play and fuck with her. See, because if you ain't gonna let them play and fuck with you, that's on everything. That's on everything. No, you're going to get your ass in this car and we're going to go home and you can send your little girlfriends on about their business. But no, bitch, the next thing we know, they at the house sitting on the sofa. At whose house? They stop at a restaurant and the girls are at the restaurant at the table. Who paying the bill? Excuse me, yes. If you can just give us 2 separate checks. They wouldn't have sat down and broke bread with me. I don't know these people. It's bad enough they don't know him. But then they got this much in there with them? Oh, hell no. He ain't. But neither of these girls. Are they something throwing here to make the plot line look a little, dramatized or whatever? Because Analisa and her daughter Deja is sitting there letting it go on, and he flirting with the daughter at the table. And Vader is sitting his wide, big belly. Auntie, stop now. He's sitting at the table, ain't saying nothing to correct him. He need to be dragging him. At the end of the day, this is his wife. But see, that's what happened when you don't let a man be a man. When you don't stand down and let your man handle stuff like this. We need to learn how to stand the fuck down. Let Vader be a man. He ain't gonna be hiding up underneath my skirt and my slip. Vader, you got this? But no. He's sitting back and let her be disrespected. Because that's what Mike is doing. He is disrespecting her for someone who says she don't tolerate disrespect. And Deja. Because remember, in the first episode, he let the dude hit on her and said he didn't think it was wrong, nothing wrong with it. He'd been in jail for all this time, and he see a cute woman, he gonna holler at her. He didn't see Deja. He's just thinking with that third leg. He done already said he gonna make somebody's life hell. He at the table talking mad about who he is and how he gonna run things. At the table eating. I'd be damned if I would have broke bread with any of them. They sat at the table and Deja said, so is you going back with us or no? He didn't. He gets to their house and he walks up in that door, this ungrateful bastard, and says, it's stinking here, it's old. And then when he sees his room, he thought he was going to have a room of a king, that they was going to set him up. This motherfucker been on a pot and a cot. Auntie, calm down before you break this ink pen. Put this ink pen out. You've been on a pot and a cot. And you think you're going to come into somebody's house and they got it laid out for you and you ain't their son? You're a guest in the house, you bitch. Then he comes in there and tells her that the girl's going to stay there. No, the fuck they not. She was like, they not going to stay here. They get to the house. He tells her, I'm getting ready to go out. She said, go out where? After she showed him the room, he says, I'm getting ready to go out. She said, go out where? I was getting ready to talk to you. I thought that you was going to talk to me. He said, that's what you get for thinking and thinking you know everything or something like that to the girl. Let me tell you, he'd have been out. He would have been out. Come get him right the fuck now. Come get him now. Because he didn't respect her from the lunch table. And this bastard is hungry and ain't got a pot to piss in and a window to throw it out of. Nobody from his fucking family, friends, anybody, cousins, first cousin, second cousin, bitch. Nobody came to get this bitch. And he gonna sit there and disrespect me like that? Oh, hell no. The whole show with A&E would have ended. Thank you, Matt Sharp. And all the rest of y'all, because that got something to do with this, I'm out. I'm out. He can't stay with me. He goes out and says, I'm going to have fun. And then don't show up, bitch. and coming in the next day and talk to her in her house. The husband talk about this ain't a brothel or Airbnb. Why you ain't say it to him? Don't say it to the camera. Say it to him. Say it to him. Hey, Dot. Stop it with me 15 months. Say this to him. He told her he lived there. He got a room in there. This bitch don't pay rent or nothing. And he can do what he want. He a grown-ass man. She said, this is my house. You got a room in my house. You're a guest. And these bitches not staying there because they wouldn't stay at a hotel. They get up in the next day, come to her house with the bitches still with them. Instead of it being 3, it's 2 of them. Don't know what happened to the third chick. He riding in a car back to the house and tell them that Deja like him. Deja don't like him. Deja got on up out of there. And he said something about that. Everybody leaving, even Deja. You mother. His mouth. She said he back out in those streets. And the thing about it is he's back out in those streets with people that didn't even come and get him and ain't give him a place to lay his nappy ass. You know what? Excuse me. I don't want to talk about his hair or being nappy or nothing like that. Nappy is happy. It's part of our culture. Please forgive me. That's a very derogatory word, and I should not have used it. People have used that as a word. Please forgive me for using that word. Thank you so much, Deavin, for the $9.99 super chat. Thank you, boo. Y'all can tell I'm pissed because I'm coming all out my character. The disrespect is tangible. And Vader is sitting back. I cannot stand a weak man. And Vader is sitting back. And in the next episode, it appears that he's getting ready to play Vader against his wife. And I knew he was going to go there. Because the wife got a whole bunch of mouth. And can you imagine how he treats his mother? That he will go into another woman's home. He has no respect for women. And he looks like this. I don't care how good he think he is in other places. He ain't. He wants those girls to stay in her house. He said, it's my room. She said, it's my house and you're a guest. And if you think you're going to have these 2 women stay in my house. Oh my God, y'all, I'm so mad. I got to calm down because I feel myself completely coming out of character. These 2 chicks is sitting on the sofa. She excuses him because she's done talking and arguing with him under her stinky, smelly, stuffy house, according to Mike. He's disrespecting her in front of people that she allowed to stay, so you don't let nobody stay in your space. These women, when they were told that they could not stay in their house because something fell through with the Airbnb, these bitches didn't have an Airbnb. They was at a hotel. They gonna disrespect this woman in her house. I got caught that because you would have thought I lived here. I was out of pocket and going off. I was in my own household. I'm telling you right now, fucking losing it. When these girls disrespected her in her own house, and now one of these men stood up and checked their asses. And Analisa went over and shook the one girl's hand, and the other girl hand. She said, "Can I shake your hand?" She said, "No, no, thank you," and called her all kinds of bitches. Do y'all hear me? You walk up in this woman's house and you bring that Karen bull in somebody else's house. You act entitled, and then you got the nerve to tell her she a bitch and tell her to come outside and offer her up, and you wondering why it's a bullet in the back of your ass? You wonder why you done got busted in the back of your goddamn head with a bat? You wondering why you get dragged all up and down my lawn? Disrespectful in that woman's house. Not only was he disrespectful to this woman, but he allowed them to be. And they felt entitled to be disrespectful in her house because they watched how disrespectful he was in her house. But let me tell you something. Y'all ain't entitled to do anything and say anything you want and lay up in that woman bed. And she said, and now you see why I didn't let y'all trifling asses stay in my house. They disrespected this out of Analisa. And whether my house is musty, dirty, stinky, nasty, whether I'm a hoarder up in that or I am a clean freak, it's my house. And what you not going to do is bring your dusty, dirty, stinky, nasty, entitled ass in my house and act a fool. Analisa was better than me. Because I done sure enough came up on her. Oh my God. If you think I won't run up on your ass, you are crazy. I would have lost it and ran up on her ass. I had this one woman that waited till I turned my back. I'm trying to, let me tell you something. When I go silent and I don't say nothing, it's for a reason. When I ignore you and I don't say nothing, it's for a reason. I went silent with this bitch. Ain't say nothing else. I walk away on purpose to let you got it. When I walked away, you bumping them gums and making threats. Bitch, she was shocked at my swivel. Because I'm telling you, after I swizzled, and I ain't proud of this, I just felt this down to my belly. When I swizzled on her ass, she didn't see it coming. Her ass found her ass in the hospital, all dislocated and concussioned. I ain't proud of it, but if I leave it alone, leave it alone. If I walk away and I graciously escort you, okay, all right. Just asking you to leave, that's all. Just asking you to leave. You and your friends. Been there, done that. Been there, done that. I'm just asking you to leave. If you could just leave. Thank you. And when I walk away, I ain't put my hands on you. Ain't nobody that's around me put their hands on you. It was a simple conversation. And you come back with all of that, honey, get that goddamn swizzle. She didn't see it coming. I hate to get out of pocket like that. But don't think you're going to disrespect me up in my joint. We're not going back and forth, which is what she said. We're not going back and forth. We ain't arguing about this. That mess brought me back. Did that thing bring me back? That thing brought me back. The first thing I would have been able to put my hands on. Ain't nobody got time for that. And he ain't got he need me. I don't need him. And Analisa, husband, Vader, you need to stand up. Don't sit back there and act like you the action man later on and your wife is doing the work. She doing all the work and then you going to do what? Put the final nail in? Bitch, we don't need you then. You defend your territory, your home that you live in, Vader. Do Analisa be popping off unnecessarily, talking too much? Yes. Saying too much. But at the end of the day, that's her house. And I can't tell her how to act in her house. But Vader ain't even protect the daughter, in my opinion. Maybe it's something more going on. Maybe like True Feeling said, this is just a test of the emergency broadcast fake-ass reality show system. Maybe it is. And I'm all wrong about it. It's my opinion. It ain't factual, it's actual. This is all my opinion. And y'all's downtown in the comment section. But I'm telling you right now, honey, I wanted to jump through that, that television set. Like I lost it. What you gonna do? What you gonna do? She up in this woman's house. Bitch. Fuck you, you bitch. And then gonna walk out. Tell me what you gonna do. You wouldn't even got the D out of do out. And you know what the sad part about it? All of us is like that. All of my siblings, all of us like that. We We not gonna play with you, you know, like we ain't gonna play with you. You ain't gonna never see it coming. You ain't gonna see it coming. I done made sure she was back on the other side of that threshold. I hope he is still nowhere around. And frankly, I've never said this before about anybody. I hope he's back in jail for how he disrespected that woman up in her household. Thank you so much, Buddha. Thank you, Boo, for the $5 super chat. Y'all will have seen more uppercuts than Mike Tyson's punch out had that been me. I got some stories, honey, I could tell about how I was. I got some straight up. That's why I try to avoid conflict as much as possible. Because I'm grown and I'm too old for it. And I ain't going to be fighting street fighting like I used to fight street fighting. And I'm talking about street fighting. It's going to be different. People ain't got time. People trying to live their lives. They ain't got time to be disrespected in their home with this raggedy piece of and the thing that pissed me off, nobody else came to visit him. Nobody else came to pick him up or left him a place to live in. Nobody. And this ungrateful mother come up in her house and think he's entitled and he's supposed to be treated like a king and he can come in and out of her house anytime he fucking feel like it. And he ain't got to have a conversation. And when she trying to have a conversation to tell him about his stuff, he tell me, yeah, you just keep on talking that stuff. Here, go, here, go, here, get. He ain't to be trusted. So I hope they acting. Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah. You growing up in D.C. back in the day when I did, you had to learn how. Honey, it was, you had to brawl. Oh, yes, you did. You had to learn how to brawl. And I'm talking about brawl good. And I'm talking about dirty or clean. You learned. Your whole family learned. Okay. Anyway, as y'all can see, that took me back. She did say that, Sandra Albert. Thank you for reminding that. He said he ain't got no key, and that's the best thing she could have did, to give him a key for him to walk up in and out of her house when he want to. Anyway, I done calm down. Child, that thing took me back. That's the end of my review. Y'all let me know what y'all think about this, because I'm telling you, the only one who appears to have any sense is Ron. All the rest of these people have come out of here with this entitled mentality. Now, we don't know what's going to happen with Cindy and the other lady, and I promise you all I will find them and put them up next week. But honey, I'm trying to tell you, Cindy is the one that's wrong on this. Now, the other couple, we didn't get an opportunity to see them this week, but I'm sure that, you know, they'll be back next week. I don't know, you know, how long that lasts. But Again, let me know downtown in the comment and in the replay section. I'm sorry, for using that word, y'all. I do understand that it's not the best choice of word for me to use. And so I apologize. Okay. Now I love y'all. Let me get on up out of here. Y'all be safe out there in those streets, y'all, and in the water.